Alright, so continuing with number 13, the cube root of negative a cubed is negative a. The cube root of 8 is 2. And so we put negative a times negative a times negative a, that's a negative, times 2 times 2 times 2. We pair them up. And so now we find the trinomial. So negative a times negative a is a squared. Negative a times 2 is negative 2a. 2 times 2 is 4. So we use SOAP. Same sign as the original, so notice in the original there's a negative in between. Then the opposite, and then always positive. So when you simplify this, plus a negative, notice here, plus a negative right here. We could just, you don't have to rewrite it. Plus a negative, the negative takes over, right? So we can just get rid of that. Oops, I read too much. Be a squared minus, like that. So that would be the final answer. For number 14, 250 and 128, those are not cube numbers, right? So I'm going to have to take out a GCF. So I notice that 14 is divisible by, the GCF is 2x. So I'm going to go ahead and take that out. So I get 125 x cubed plus 64. Okay, so now I have the sum of cubes in the parentheses. So the cube root of 125x cubed is 5x. The cube root of 64 is 4. So I'm going to write 5x, 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 4, 4, 4. So pair them up and you get 25x squared. And then the next one would be 20x. And then the last one here would be 16. So same sign as the original in the binomial, opposite sign, and always positive. And don't forget to put the 2x in the front, the GCF. Okay, so the final answer is this one right here. Okay, number 15. Okay, so for number 15, the greatest common factor is 3a. So I'm going to take out 3a. And so that gives me 216 plus 343a cubed. Okay, and so I bring down the 3a. And the cube root of 216 is 6. The cube root of 343 is 7. And the cube root of a cubed is 8. Okay. Now, if you followed along, I'm hoping by now you've seen the pattern. You could just, without having to draw this all the time, and if you need to do it, go ahead. But I'm going to show you like how to think through your way through it so that you can answer it without having to do this all the time. So what's happening is we're squaring the first number. We're squaring this one. So 6 times 6 is 36. Oops. For the middle term, we're multiplying these two together. So 6 times 7a is 42a. And for the last one, we're squaring 7a. So that gives us 49a squared. Okay? And then we use SOAP for the signs. So same sign, opposite, always positive. And this would be the answer. For number 16, I'll just do the work over here. Cube root of 8, a cubed is 2a. Cube root of 125 is 5. Okay, and so we square the first term right here. We square this one. We get 4a squared. we multiply this one by this one, 10a. And then we multiply this one and we square it, 5 times 5, 25. And if you do this method right here, if you're doing this method for all of them, you're going to notice it's the same exact answer as this. Okay, and the same exact answer you'll get here. Okay, so you kind of have to try to wean yourself out of this so that you can be a little bit faster. Okay, so now all I need to do is the signs. So same sign plus, then the opposite sign, and then always positive. Okay, for number 17, cube root of 64x cubed is 4x. Cube root of 1 is 1. So we square the first term, 4x times 4x. We multiply the 4x and the 1. That gives us 4x. And then 1 times 1 is 1. So same sign, opposite, always positive. And you're done. For number 18, we have to factor out an x first. Okay? So now, cube root of x cubed is 2x. So I bring down the x, 2x. Cube root of 1 is 1. And so we square the 2x, we square the first term, this one right here, so that gives us 4x squared. We multiply the 2x by the 1, that gives us 2x, and then we square the 1. Okay, so now it's same sign as the original, opposite, always positive. And this whole thing, that's your answer. 19, the cube root of 343 m cubed is 7m. I already had the m there, and the 7. Cube root of 64 n cubed is 4n. Okay, we square the first term, we square this one. That gives us 49m squared. Then for the middle term, we multiply this by this, so we get 28mn. And then we square the second term. We square this one. So that's 16n squared. And again, if you're still not ready for this, just do it the way that I was doing the first 14 problems where I was, and the way I showed you in class, where you do this step right here. If you feel more comfortable with that, you keep doing that. So now for the signs, same sign as the original, opposite, always positive. Okay, number 20, skipped. Change the color so you can tell them apart. So right here, I'm going to do 20 right there. Cube root of m cubed is m. Cube root of 8n cubed is 2n. Okay. Square the m, the first term is m squared. Multiply the m with a 2n is 2mn. And square the 2n, you get 4n squared. Okay. So same sign, opposite, always positive. Number 21. Cube root of a cubed is a. Cube root of 343b cubed is 7b. So we square the first one. We multiply the a by the 7b, so it's 7ab. And we square the 7b, so that gives us 49b squared. So same sign, opposite, always positive. For 22, the cube root of x cubed is x. Cube root of 216 is 6y cubed, and I already added the sign. It's okay. I'm going to square the x, so that's x squared. Then I'm going to multiply the x by the 6y, that gives me 6xy. and then square the second term. Okay, and then for the third term, it's going to be 6y times 6y is 36y squared. And again, I repeat, if you guys feel more comfortable just going through the, let me do this because it looked kind of weird. You can always go back and do this for each of them, and you'll get the same answer. Okay, but I'm giving you a second option. So it's going to be the same sign, so it's minus. I already put it in originally. Then the opposite sign, and then always positive. Alright, for 23, I'm going to factor out a 3y. So 3y comes out. And so that's going to leave me with 343 x cubed plus 8 y cubed. Okay, so in the parentheses I have the sum of two cubes. So the cube root of 343x cubed is going to be 7x. So you bring down the 3y and you put the 7x. Cube root of 8y cubed is 2y. Okay, so then you square the 7x. You multiply the 7x by the 2y. And you square the 2y. You get 4y squared. So, in the binomial, you put the same sign, then opposite sign, and always positive. Number 24, I'll do over here on the side. Cube root of m cubed is m. Cube root of 64n cubed is 4n. We square the m, so you get m squared. You multiply m by 4n, so you get 4mn. And then you square the 4n, so that you get 16n squared. So in the binomial, it's the same sign, then the opposite sign, always positive.